So the background of Gami chicken, since Gami in Korean means that beautiful taste, the goal of Gami chicken and beer is to provide a great taste, and all will start with a quality local. So Gami chicken and beer is a restaurant serving Korean style fried chicken, and it is devoted to bring diversity to the society in a form of joy by creating our food, services, and spaces delightful and enjoyable. So here's the background of Gami chicken and beer. But in 1996, four students of Monash University called Junli, Royun, Max G, and Aiden Jung made a deal to start a business together. And in 2006, they finally created a Korean fried chicken restaurant called Gami Chicken and Beer, solely to serving up spicy and crunchy chicken. They opened their first store in Carnegie, by each contributing around 30,000 Australian dollars. 3 years later, they refined their concept to Gummy Chicken and Beer and opened their first store in Melbourne Central Business District. By 2017, they had around 12 outlets in Victoria, and in 2018, they opened their first store in Sydney. In the time being, Gami Chicken and Beer are trying to expand their business, and they hope that by 2020 they could have around 45 outlets in Australia wide.
The first part of internal analysis is the resource-based model. This model shows that the company has some tangible resources, include 14 stores and more than $16.3 million. They also use local raw materials like chicken, vegetables, even the cheese and beer. In intangible part, they have the brand name Gami and their creative reward system. They also have specific skills and knowledges in fried process and the sauce making process. Finally, they create the culture of sharing food and joy with people. To combine these tangible and intangible resources, this company has developed some capabilities. The first one is the marketing, like effective promotion of brand name food and innovative sauce improvement. And they also have good human resource management to motivate, retain, and empower employees. The last one is the management's ability to envision the future. They have changed the whole supply to local to provide fresher and healthier raw materials. We consider these capabilities are the most important ones that satisfy the feature of rare, valuable, and imitable, non-sustainable to become core competencies. The second part of internal analysis is the value chain. In primary activities, the firm uses all local supply chain from chicken, vegetables, fruits, herbs to the cheese and beer. In operations, they use secret frying powder and mixed seasoning to prepare the materials. They also render out the fat on the skin during the frying process. In distribution channels, they control the quality, and the finished product is kept in a freezer, then further cooked by staff using the equipment. All the food is delivered on time. They also use marketing and sales strategy to create Australia-specific tastes using less spicy sweet chili sauce to tailor the taste of local residents. They help introduce new style of food culture in Australia to change the local attitude towards Korean food from barbecue to Korean-style chicken. The service part, the firm use home delivery or takeaway service, and there's free Wi-Fi in the store. They also maintain good labor force by carefully selecting franchises to maintain efficient customer service. In support activities, they have good relationship with people. There are also 5 different online inquiries to contact the customers and obtain feedbacks. They also have good HRM to provide Gami Award for the Employee of the Year also Gami family program to encourage employees to be the shop owner with Gami fund. They select the franchises carefully. In finance part, it started from $30,000 from each full founder in 2006 to over $16.3 million now. So these support activities combined with primary activities to provide more customer values.
The last part of internal environment is SWOT analysis. As a successful enterprise, it has the following strengths such as secret recipe, high hygiene level, and convenient supply chains. As a restaurant, here are some downsides, such as its menu is limited and it's not well known, which makes it difficult for Gami to find suitable employees. It is worth noting that Australia, as a country with multicultural background, is enthusiastic about food and bring a lot of development opportunities to the restaurant industry. But the increasingly fierce competition, people's healthy eating habits, and the control on franchise also bring many threats to fried chicken. Okay, let's talk about Five Force model. Firstly, it is easy to open a fast food restaurant in Melbourne because you don't need a strong capital background and the product is not very different. So it is very popular among young people. You don't need too much worry about your sales. In this way, the entry barriers is low. As we all know, Australia has abundant agricultural resource, which means there are a lot of suppliers in Australia. So it is very easy to change a supplier, and the bargaining power of a supplier is low too. Individual buyers usually buy a small amount of fried chicken, so the small income gap does not make a big difference, which means the bargaining power of buyer is low. Substitutes play a big role here because it's wide to set the price range. The price of fried chicken should be lower than the steak. Otherwise, customers may prefer to choose cheaper, healthier alternatives, such as bread. In this way, the threat to substitute products is medium to high. In fact, fast food brands can be found everywhere in Australia. There are many well-known brands such as KFC and Nene Chicken. In this way, there have a high intensity of rivalry among competitors.
So let's talk about the industry life cycle. As you can see in this graph, it is clear to say the whole fast food industry is on the maturity stage, based on the IBS, the fast food and the takeaway food service industry report. A measure of the industry contribute to the overall economic is forecasted growth by the annualized 2% over the 10 years through the 2022 to 23. This represents underperformance related to the economics. The GDP project to grow by the annualized 2.5% over the same period. The industry related to the slower growth in the typical of the maturity industry. But the fried chicken as a new project category, they may grow the whole industry up in the future couple of years. So let's jump to the strategy group mappings. As you can see, there's a graph here. Price is for the y-axis, number of outlets is for the x-axis. We are comparing for the four restaurants. They are all famous for the fried chicken in Melbourne. So let's talk about the KFC at first. KFC, the price average around $10, and there are many outlets in the Melbourne. So we put the right-hand side here, yeah. And for the Nene chicken, the price is average around like $30, and compare with KFC, they do not get many like outlets, but they still got the like 50 or 60 outlets in Melbourne. So we put a little bit high price and left hand side to the KFC. We put the Gami chicken in the middle because the Gami chicken has a average price around $20. It's an affordable price for everyone, and they got 50 outlets in the Melbourne. The final one is like Darring. The price average is around 50, and there's only one outlet in the CBD. So For the market share, KFC is bigger than Nene, Nene is bigger than Gami, Gami is bigger than Daring. So let's talk about the competitor environment. So we are still comparing with four famous fried chicken restaurants in Melbourne: Daring, Nene, KFC, and Gami. For Daring, the future strategy object is food innovation. They are based on the culture difference and cook the different fried chickens for the customers. And for the current strategy, specialize in the Korean fried chicken and all the flavors. And the advantage for the Daring is friendly service and friendly stuff. Disadvantage is lower food quality than before when they jump into the Melbourne markets. For Nene, the future strategy objective is food customization. You can pick your own sauce and dip the fried chicken. And current strategy deliver the Korean fried chicken culture. Advantage: takeaway service, accessible whole chairs. For the juicy and sauce fried chicken, it's very tasty. And disadvantage: poor training system and negative comments on the tomatoes. For KFC, in the future, they will more focus on the corporate social responsibility. So they're using the paper bag instead of the plastic bag. So current strategy is eco-friendly and real cook, keep the fresh, and fast deliver. Advantage for the KFC is fast service. Disadvantage is unhealthy. For Gami, the future strategy objective is spread their brand image and sharings. Current strategy is great Korean style chicken and deliver Korean food culture. Advantage is for the Gami is home deliver and takeaway service. They cooperate with others food deliver company. They will deliver their foods on time for the customer and fun atmosphere in the restaurant. The disadvantage is do not fit anyone's preference.
In regard to the business level strategy, we consider that one of the competitive advantages of the firm is that they have used the focused differentiation strategy because they have the secret sauce improvement and they also infuse the new culture. Also, they have the local supply. And another advantage is that even though they have those differentiations, their price level is still at a median. We think that their target market starts from the narrow in the beginning to a little bit broader now. Because at the beginning, the company tailored its strategy to suit Melbourne people, like using less spicy sauce. However, this strategy is at the expense of others, for example, who like the real spicy food. But now the company tried to expand the business in Australia-wide, so they have to use good HRM and marketing strategy to create more value for more customers.
So let's talk about the organizational structure. For the Gami, as a small and medium business, they may using a functional structure. They're involving headquarters, the owner, research development, data collecting staff, and production. The general employees, they are frying the chicken and process to the customer. And the marketing, the marketer have who has a industry overviews, and they may doing some promote for each of the restaurants and sales promoting. Accounting and finance, the accountant in this business, and they got the better financial management for the Gami. And the overall, this system is quite this structure is quite efficiency cost leadership, and the owner takes most of the responsibility for the Gami. And but when the problem occurs, you can easily to find who should take the responsibility in each department. So let's talk about the strategy execution. It is just for the managing for continuous improvement for the Gami. There are 5 parts: best practice, benchmarking, process re-engineering, total quality management, Six Sigma quality program. So for the best practice and benchmarking, we should focus on the core value of the Gami. It's like sharing and taste the good taste of the crunchy and juicy fried chicken. Second, we should build a strong team for the we should got the great chicken fryer, and we should got the great manager for each of the restaurant, and managing the waste of oil, the waste of piece of the chicken that give to the some energy or the environment dealing company. They will solve those problems for us. And we should always like using the marketing and to point of view to solving all these problems. For the human resource management, we should got the put the right person to the right place. For second, we talk about the process re-engineering. We should build up information system, collecting the feedback from the customer, and to improving our products and fried chickens, especially for the fried chickens. And total quality management and Six Sigma quality, it's like training and continuing educate to the employees and the involving of supplier in quality management process. Let's jump to the KPI, the key performance indicator. So when we talk about the KPI, we should know what's the goal and culture for the Gami. The goal for Gami is like great tasty, and Gami brings the tasty Korean fried chicken to Australia, and culture is sharing to each others. The key successful factor, the Gami has a secret sauce and secret recipes in their chickens, and it's differentiated with others. And for the Korean style fries, it's totally different with a traditional way how to fry the chicken, and the efficiency employee productivity. If the employees got great motivation, they may happy to work for you, and the work will become more effectiveness and effectivity. For the so the KPI for the Gami is the percentage of the income that come from the return customers. So, and the sales of the return, it can easily to state how good your performance for this year and for Gami.
Applying the implemented structure for Gami chicken and beer, there are some advice. First, including keep the business recipe a secret, and secondly, expand by franchising and more internationalization, maybe to China or to other countries that also favor Korean fast food restaurant. And third is provide a training programs and bring in business consultation. This is to enhance the business performance so that it would bring better profit and better output for the business. And fourth is to enhance the human resource management by putting the right person in the right place according to their skills and knowledge. And last is to improve the product line, which includes the 7 general external environment.